guys, welcome to Firefall Live. It's another week. It's awesome to be here with you. Before we get started, I'm Phobos, aka Matt. I'm joined with FadedPez and ThaCheez.
Woo! Hello.
Hey. For those of you that just joined us for the first time ever, we are the community team at Red 5 Studios, along with a couple other people that you guys haven't met yet. And this show is all about the community. We want to make sure that the community gets its news out there, that we're able to deliver news from Red 5, and really make a show for you. So if you have any suggestions for us, please let us know. We'd love to hear it. We've got a great show for you today, a lot of things coming up. So what are you making fun of me for? Already?
I'm not making fun of you.
Already, just already, right away.
Why are we already starting off with the hostility? I'm all about love.
Are they freaking out because you're not wearing a hat?
That's probably
so.
that's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's what
I
it
don't
is.
think I've ever seen you without a hat on. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
You've got like flowing locks. Shake it out. There you go.
Oh, God.
It's like a friggin' L'Oreal commercial over here.
Oh, man. Anyways, real quick, we can get away from that mental image. Red 5, we released a patch this week that added some basic leaderboards to the game. Real basic stuff, just showing who has the highest numbers of each thing. I know it's not a perfect leaderboard. We're still working on some algorithms to show who's better than other people. But there's some really awesome stuff in there. You know, a lot of good stats. We'll be archiving all that old data when the patch comes out. The big milestone patch comes out, so that we'll have nice, fresh data to start with, so we can see what's going on.
Fresh data.
And speaking of that, for those of you that have a drinking game associated with Firefall Live, I'm sorry for your livers, because I'm about to announce a date for a patch.
Dropping dates for the patch.
So, the milestone, we were hard at work on a new milestone. We've got a lot of great stuff in it. We are hoping to have that available to be playable by March 22nd.
March 22nd.
March 22nd.
So that is 2 Fridays from now.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 Fridays.
2 weeks.
That's not a lot of time.
No, it's not a lot of time, so we got a lot of work to do. But it makes sense for those of you that know that we're going to PAX East, which also on March 22nd, and we'll be demoing the stuff to the new. So it makes sense that we're going to be releasing around that time.
Yeah.
You know, I say by the 22nd because we're still working out how we're going to deliver it, and it will require some downtime in order to go out. So expect some downtime on the Thursday before. We don't know how long that's going to last. We have a lot of data migration to do and a lot of things that it just. Typically, our patches are really easy, and we can do bring up new servers while the old servers are still running. In this case, because there's so many sweeping changes to the database systems, that we need to actually take it down and then bring it back up. So expect that to happen. We'll have more information as we get closer to that. But there's been a lot of questions around the new progression system, and what does that mean, the new crafting system, and what does that mean for you as a player? What's going to happen to your resources and items and your battle frames? So let me go back a little bit and say that we are getting rid of the tier system. We announced that a while ago. And we're going to unique battle frames across the board. So the Firecat is its own thing. It's not a tier 2 assault. It's just an assault. And it's a Firecat. And the Tiger Claw is another assault. So you have the Accord version, the Firecat version, which I think is either Aztrek, and the Tiger Claw would be Omnidyne. And so they're different manufacturers of assault battle frames. So what's going to happen for those battle frames is that if you have them unlocked currently in beta, and that's just unlocked, not necessarily in a garage slot, you'll have those battle frames available to you when the patch comes.
Wow.
So for those of you out there, that's something you really want to get playing, right? Because you can unlock those battle frames and then have them available to you when the patch happens.
That's sweet.
Regardless if you purchase them or not, right? So you don't have to pay Crystite in order to unlock those. Just unlock them. So that'll come available.
No, it doesn't count for the tier 3s.
Tier 3 doesn't exist, so you can't unlock those. What else is happening? So all the XP that you have associated with those battle frames will also carry over, right? So by building up XP within that, you'll carry over, and it will work towards the new progression system. So feel free to start doing that, guys. There's no reason to stop playing. You won't lose any of your progress associated with that. So
Sweet.
Resources, though, are a different issue. Because of the fact that we're completely changing the resource system, we have to get the old resources out of the game. Now, we could just wipe. You know, we never said that we weren't going to resource wipe. We always talked about no XP wipes. So we could theoretically wipe, but we don't want to do that. We want people to have rewards for what they've accomplished. So what we're doing is that all pre-March 22nd resources will be, there'll be new recipes that you can refine those resources into what we're calling beta Crystite. Beta Crystite is different than regular Crystite. Crystite's still going to be a resource in the world, but all these will be refined to beta Crystite. all pre-March 22nd crystite will also be converted to beta crystite.
Okay.
So basically your idea is that you want to collect as much beta crystite as you can. And then this beta crystite can be used to buy rewards. We're still determining what those are, but they'll probably be things like boosts and stuff like that to kind of give you a leg up so that you have some reason to collect these data and so that old stuff happens. So your crystite will convert and your resources will convert to a beta crystite that you can then use to purchase cool stuff.
Cool.
And we'll know what that cool stuff is in a little bit. We're trying to figure out what we can do in the time allotted.
Yeah.
So on that, all the equipment that your Battleframe has, so your servos, your abilities, your weapons, all that stuff that you've crafted, etc., or maybe just bought, is going to get wiped because all that stuff is changing.
Right.
So our equipment style is changing. The attachments that go on equipment is changing. Too much of that stuff is changing to try to do any kind of conversion associated with those. So all that will get wiped associated with that. But all the equipment that your call downs, your mans, your thumpers, your melding anomaly neutralizers, your things working towards that, your flares, whatever else you've built, that's not getting wiped. So that's all will remain.
So you're keeping your thumpers and all
We'll
that.
keep all that stuff, so that'll stay the same. With the new crafting system, all crafting recipes will be available to everyone immediately.
Okay.
But that's not the end goal.
All right.
That is just for testing. The end goal is that you'll actually have a crafting technology tree that you'll have to unlock specializations in crafting to say, I want to focus on higher level plasma cannons or higher level, things like that. But to start with, we're going to unlock everything so that we can get everybody to test. So recipes will be available to everyone. Come the next milestone, or maybe the one after that, it will remove those access to the recipes, but everything you've crafted will remain. Okay. So you can craft all this stuff and then keep it.
So as soon as this patch goes, start getting
everybody's
busy.
going to start crafting.
Yeah.
Busy.
But then we'll have the specialization. We just didn't have time to put the specialization in there, so we didn't want to limit people because we also don't have trading and things like that to really make that system work well yet. So once we have all those systems in place, that'll shape. So that's pretty much it for the crafting changes. So I'm seeing some good comments in here. People seem to be okay.
Yeah. Seems okay.
Nobody seems to be calling us crazy or freaking out.
The room hasn't collapsed in itself.
We've had no bomb threats yet.
I still have my wallet. That's good.
So again, just a recap for those of you just joining us, March 22nd is the milestone. We hope everything's stable by March 22nd. All battle frames that you've unlocked previously will be available to you in the new milestone, regardless if you have purchased them or not. All resources and crystite will be converted to a beta crystite that can be used to buy cool shit later. And then all the other crafted stuff that all the equipment needs to be wiped, but all the crafted cool stuff like thumpers and mans and all the advanced stuff you get to keep. So hopefully that makes everybody happy and nobody's freaking out. But if you guys do have any questions, feel free to let us know. We will be doing live on-air questions at the end of the show. So be sure to join onto our TeamSpeak server, which is voip.red5studios.com. Live.
Live.
We changed it recently. Live.red5studios.com. So you guys can join up to that and feel free to ask any questions you have during that time period. So speaking of PAX East, the PAX East press conference where we'll be showing off all the new content that we have in the patch, as well as talking about our future plans and things like that with the press. Mark and Scott will be there to give demos to press and talk to the press. We have some openings for people to actually come and sit in that press conference. It's actually much bigger than I thought it was going to be, so we're not going to have to RSVP. It'll be first come, first serve, because it's around 50 people that will be able to get in there. Yeah. And so I think that we'll have enough that...
50 including press? Or?
Including press. So we'll be able to get 50 additional people in.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to go, we'll announce where it is, what conference room it is, and show it on the map once they release the map. And just show up. We'll have some food available and some drinks so you guys can enjoy a light lunch. So it is limited, though, so it'll be first come, first serve, so be sure to come to that. Also, first come, first serve is going to be the community meetup, which Tony's working on right now.
Yes, I got an email this morning, so we should be good to go with that place. You want to?
Yeah, let's go ahead and announce it.
So yeah, our community meetup is going to be at Empire Restaurant and Lounge.
Wow.
It is very nice.
Very nice. Very swank.
It's fancy swancy.
That's
Let me
fancy
tell you,
stuff.
I had a fight because I was like, look, we're gonna be comfortable, all right? We're gonna be coming from a convention. We're gamers, all right? We're not showing up in business casual slacks and a
right.
dress shirt, ma'am.
That's not how we roll.
All right? So that's right. ThaCheez fought that dress code policy. I created a meeting for Empire Lounge. They had a meet. They got it approved. I got your hat approved. I got my hat approved.
What about my hat?
Your hat's gone. You gotta have those locked.
Anyways, that's gonna happen Friday,
March 22nd. Sorry, Friday, March 22nd, from 5 to 8 p.m. We're gonna have appetizers. Don't expect dinner. It's gonna be appetizers, little finger foods, and
drinks,
and a bunch of drinks. Yeah.
We'll get you drunk.
So it's a get together. Be sure to join us there. Again, it's the Empire, March 22nd at 5 p.m.
Yep. And I'll be posting about it. I'll create like a flyer.
Yeah, we'll remind you guys in between now and then. But that's pretty much it for Red 5 news. What's happening in the community?
So in the community, we got Formula CY. That's happening March 30th.
I love that name. It's much
cool,
better.
right?
Yeah, it's a really cool name.
It's really cool. Like, it's way better than Necro. Congrats, guys. Congrats. So we got that happening. That's March 30th. Signups are on the beta general discussion forums. One thing to note, they took off the restriction. You do not have to be a commander to be a part of that race now.
That's cool.
Cool.
Another thing that's happening is Shopping List's weekly giveaway. So he does Baneclaw runs, and someone who uses a man gets a prize, and a viewer on the stream gets a prize, and that's on Twitch TV/Shopping List with the 0 for the O. We also have Party Size, founder of the Extras. He is doing an engineer video contest. He wants to see you do some crazy cool stuff with engineers, and he's actually fronting Steam games out of pocket of your choosing with a reasonable limit. But so that's going on too. And then next weekend, Smash and Bash tournament.
Awesome.
Right? 8-Bit
Yes.
Tavern.
So scan hammers and abilities only.
Yep, scan hammers and abilities only. Some abilities are banned. You can check out. You can sign up on the forums. You can check out the ban list. Nero and Sambasi are going to be shoutcasting that.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, they found that interesting. Well, I was on the one time when Nero was like playing with them to see like how we're going to shoutcast this. It was interesting.
Oh, okay.
So I like to see how they're going to do that. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and you can also check out 8-Bit Tavern every Friday night doing Friday Night Firefall at.
And Ham's asking, is it too late to sign up?
No, you can still sign up.
Yeah.
Get your team of 5 together and sign up. It's right on the forums.
It's a ton of fun.
When I release the blog, I'll put a link up there for you guys
Okay.
to the thread, or you can see last
So
week's
that's
thread.
this weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend,
Next
not
weekend.
this weekend.
So a week from tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, and that's I think you had an announcement, right?
Oh, that's right. So we have a major community announcement that we've been pimping.
I don't even know what this is.
Pimp.
Really big news. I've been waiting months to announce this because
Really?
I'm really looking forward to it. This Sunday, don't forget to set your clocks forward by 1 hour. It's daylight savings time. Welcome back, son.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, welcome back. That's a big deal.
But for now, we're going to go ahead and take
Really?
a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have our guests for the show.
Sweet.
Welcome to the third ever Ronadon Brawl. Brought to you by Ronadon.com and sponsored by Red 5 Studios. This monster 2-weekend event is back for a third round of Rontastic rock-slinging PvP action. Sign-ups begin March 22nd. Players will be seeded into double elimination brackets where 16 teams will compete in 5v5 team deathmatch tournaments. The winning team will be flown to Red 5 Studios, sunny Orange County. Third and fourth place winners take away $125 in red beans. Second place winners take away $250 in red beans. And first place will take away $500 in red beans.
So many beans to have gas for weeks.
All finalists will also receive a Red 5 Super Swag Pack, featuring your very own Bronodon plushie. So soft and deadly. And yes, kid seats start at just 10 wrist high.
April 13th and 20th.
Let the battles begin.
Not yet.
Hey, welcome back. Obviously, I'm kidding about daylight savings time. We're actually really happy to
I was
announce
worried just for a minute there.
Ronadon Brawl 3 is happening, and Red 5 Studios is sponsoring it. We have some pretty awesome stuff, and you'll notice that now we are joined by Nero from Bronadon.com. Nero, how's it going today?
Pretty good.
It's awesome for you to join us here in the studio. We've also got Punk and Jenrai on our voice.
Yep.
Punk and Jenrai.
Hey, hey.
There you go. There's Punk.
How you doing, everybody?
Awesome.
What's up?
So we've gathered together the guys from Bronodon.com because we're really excited to announce Bronodon Brawl 3. This is something that I've been working on with Punk for a while. We've been trying to organize it all because we really want to have some cool prizes associated with this one.
Yeah.
And I think that this is an awesome prize. I mean, don't get me. What do you think?
Pretty awesome. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right, on the trailer, right, you guys saw winning team flown out to Red 5 for feedback. I had a ton of fun when they invited 10 of the more PvP-oriented people for feedback to come down to the studio, so I think it's going to be really awesome to have the top team come down and give you guys feedback.
Yeah, so we want to, this is going to be a pretty awesome thing. I hope a lot of people sign up for it. So not only that, but all the prizes across the board. So everybody that's top four teams will get red beans, but first a swag bag, including not that Bronodon, but
that one.
Bronodon plushie. So soft and deadly. So be sure to sign up for that. They'll also be giving away $500 to the winning team, $500 worth of red beans to the winning team, $250 to the second place, and then $100 to $150.
$100 for third and fourth, I think.
Yeah, $100 for fourth. So, or $125. That's how it splits. I'm trying to, that didn't calculate out in my head to 1,000, so I'm trying to think of it. So be sure to sign up for that. Sign-ups will happen on March 22nd. So again, you notice how everything's kind of leading around the March 22nd date.
Yeah.
That's how that kind of funnels into each other. And you'll have plenty of time to practice with the new battle frames and everything. But Punk, can you give us a little, how did Bronodon.com get started?
It's actually all your fault.
What? How's it my fault?
Way to go.
I wanted to write a guide for when the NDA was lifted, and then I was like, hey, Phobos, what about if we created a fan site for all this? And you're like, that's actually a really good idea. I was like, Bronodon.com? And you're like, go for it.
So that sounds like it was your fault. You're the one that brought up the idea. When am I not going to be, no, don't create a fan site? Okay, poor Punk. So that's how Bronodon.com started. You guys created the fan site. It's one of the biggest fan sites we have. You guys are involved in almost every event that happens, whether you started it or not.
All the cookie jars.
All the little cookie jars, fingers and everything. So how did the first Bronodon Brawl come about? What was the impetus for that?
It was rumored that we should be in challenge mode soon. So we talked with some people at Red 5, and we said, if it's going to come in on this big patch, can we run a community tournament? Because it's something the community really wants. And they're like, yeah, go for it. So we started planning before the levels were removed, and we announced it right when the milestone hit.
So that was the first one. And Nero, you shoutcasted the first one?
Yes, along with Jenrai.
With Jenrai was the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I remember some Basti doing one.
That was the Limelight tournament.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's always been
The
Jenrai and
Tier 2
Nero.
one. The first Tier 2 one was the Limelight one.
Gotcha. Too many tournaments to remember. So Bronodon Brawl 1 happened, and that was, we had Nerds and Spurgs was competing in that one. It wasn't Hubris at the time.
It was ABC.
ABC.
And ABC did not have Aluko, so they were down two career recons, which was which was the issue, yeah.
I think that's the strength of theirs.
Yeah.
You need a Luco.
So it came down to ABC versus Nerds and Spurgs in the finals.
Yes.
And Nerds and Spurgs pulled it out and then retired. They're like, we have nothing left to prove.
Yeah. VAP. Nothing left to prove.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
left to prove.
exactly.
And they've yet to return. So Nerds and Spurgs, show up this time. Big prizes.
Yeah, seriously.
So then the second Bronodon Brawl happened not too long after that.
Right. And we had a lot of no-shows, so we had to, shuffle some teams around we shuffled teams around after we went live. It was that bad.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll have a lot more good teams for Brawl 3, and ABC did take Brawl 2 pretty convincingly.
Oh,
Yeah.
A-Stars said it was team mid-tier, not ABC.
Oh.
Oh, right.
He's
TMT.
right.
He is right.
Yeah, they made Team Knit
My
too.
bad,
A-Stars
Ace.
calling you out. Bad shoutcaster.
I didn't drop the ball.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. So Jenrai, how did you get involved in shoutcasting? What was your excitement around that?
Well, I had some experience shoutcasting in some other games, and I got into the Firefall beta really early, and as soon as the NDA was lifted and I was allowed to stream, I was like, all right, I'm going to stream this. Like, every time I get on, I'm going to play. And then as soon as we got spectator mode, I was like, this is probably the coolest thing that could possibly have ever happened. So I started just shoutcasting casual matches, going on through that, just having a lot of fun. And Punk just kind of showed up in my stream chat one day. I had no idea who she was at the time. I just said, hey, you should shoutcast this tournament that I'm running. I'm like, that sounds like a blast. Let's do it. Just kind of fell into my lap. It was wonderful.
That's awesome.
How is it working with Nero? How do you like being his what is it? Which one of you is Madden and which one of you is?
I guess
Michaels.
I'm play-by-play because I have the actual camera that's controlled because I'm streaming.
Okay.
So he's more analyst/color because he can be free camming and seeing everything while I have to focus on what the viewers see.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, casting with Nero, I've had a few different casting partners in other games, but Nero and I just kind of hit it off very quickly, had a lot of natural chemistry. I found him very easy to cast with as a lead caster.
Go on.
So it's quite good. Yeah.
Please continue. No, that's great. So, how do you guys work that out, being in separate locations? How does that?
So when we're casting, we have certain cues that we try to do. For example, if I'm swapping to a first-person player cam, we will call out names specifically. So if there's an assault flanking and he sees it but I don't, then he can sort of drop the cue as soon as I let him, get in. Because the problem with me is I'm trying to keep up a flow while I'm casting, and I got very focused on either a play, a player, or a place on the map to look for. So Jenrai's job is to just cut me off and be like, hey, there's an assault flanking. I'm like, oh, I should look at that. And then I will cut to that, and then we sort of just bounce back and forth, trying to communicate using as many key things as we can.
Okay. How does that work out for you, Jenrai?
I mean, it's what I'm familiar with from my other games, so I actually really enjoy kind of being there on the back foot, or on the back end of things, and looking and being able to see everything that's going on and form a very big picture sort of idea. And because, I'm more of a natural kind of analytical sort of guy, I look at this and I can say, oh, here's the big picture. He can be taking all the action. It's just very, very natural for us, again. And, because I say, oh, like he said, oh, there's an assault flanking back here, but, there's a biotech who can heal up all his damage. There's, some good burst heals coming out, and I can catch all these little things that may not be apparent just from a first-person point of view. So it actually gels really nice.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So what are you guys looking forward to? Punk, what are you looking forward to with running on Brawl 3?
We're upping production, hopefully, a lot. Nero has a bit more information on that. And I want to see some teams really step it up. I mean, I love Hubris, love the boys from there and everything, but I want to see some more competitive, everyone going for each other's throats.
Will the hubris of hubris be their downfall?
Well, I can kind of agree with that, because it's like, based on Brawl 2 and even the Vex tournament, he was kind of just like took that and ran away with it.
Yeah, they
So it's just
dominated.
like-
So I'm really hoping that we see multiple teams coming up. I've heard hints from Curse that they may be doing a team. Epsilon's out there. Complexity is out there.
Yeah.
Nerds and Spurgs is out there. Hubris is out there.
Some TF2 teams might be coming over. Maybe some Tribes Ascend guys are going to come over. You Shoot Mania, stuff's happening as well. So who knows?
Could be a pretty awesome competition. And
Everyone who's ever played a shooter before should sign up.
And it's why not? It's free. And honestly, for teams out there watching, if you have a team that you've already organized and you're looking for beta keys, contact
We got
us.
them. Yeah, we'll give them to you.
There's plenty of beta keys floating out there already, but if you have a team, you're like, man, I wish we could get in there, but so and so doesn't have a beta key. We'll hook you up. It's fine. And hopefully with the PvP PvE split that's coming up, you will have some really awesome matches. I was just playtesting yesterday with some really cool abilities and stuff. This milestone is going to be pretty huge, and you'll have 3 weeks to practice between milestone drop and first tournament date. We do have to have 2 tournament dates, right? Because of the fact that with 16 teams and trying to do double elimination and a Swiss-style seeding, it takes too much time to do in one day. It would either be like a 17-hour day, or we can play it in 2 days.
So that was something we tried to avoid with the Vex tournament.
Yeah.
And, it got split up into 2 days, but then it kind of carried over. But the original idea was to try and shove it in 1 day, and I'm like, that's a lot.
It's just too much to watch.
It's a lot.
I mean, for the audience and for the players, it's too much to just hang out there all day. So we are going to do 2 days, but hopefully, it'll be really action-packed 2 days, and you'll be able to watch some really great matches.
Yeah. We'll get some good setup in there for next week, I think. That's the key thing. Get everyone familiar, make sure everything's running nice and greased up, get the teams familiar with how process works, especially if they haven't played Firefall before. They're not familiar with the challenge system.
Well, we have a whole new challenge system,
which
too.
Which is being overhauled.
Which we've been using.
I've been using it every day.
As the lead of the team, I don't know necessarily how I can, but what do you think of the new challenge system?
I like it. It's much more intuitive than it is now. It's basically...
there's a UI.
There's a UI, but they're working on more functionality, but it works most of the time.
Well, I mean, we still have bugs.
Yeah, there's still
I'm not saying it's bug-free, but we're getting rid of the squad system, so you don't have to worry about
you don't have to worry about being in a squad and all that stuff, but it works fine. We've been testing it every day, along with other things.
So with this milestone, I mean, I see people asking about the PvP maps. With this milestone, it's still, we're not releasing the esports map yet. We're working on it.
Yes.
And that's one of the things, the reason why we want to fly people in after this tournament is to get some feedback from some really hardcore, pro players, people that have proven that they can beat everybody in the world. To actually, what are you doing, Jazz? So it's being worked on, but it'll just be in a block out and basic state so that we can get feedback and make changes to that. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be hopefully out in the following milestone. Yeah. After we make those changes. So we are making a new game type with new maps, but that won't come out this milestone. At least not in a complete form.
And there's still a lot of things we're playing with and a lot of issues that got to be worked out with the encounter itself. So
I mean,
it's like a lot of polish has to be done on the encounter too.
And we need highly competitive players to test. If you're going to make an esports map, you need highly competitive players to test that out. So Punk mentioned production changes. So what are you doing?
So for production, we have a logo.
Whoa. Stepping it up. We're gonna have more than one good team. What else
Come
we
on,
have?
Team. That's all to you. That's not much you can do about that.
I'll be wearing a sports jacket. Yes, esports jacket, caster jacket,
esports jacket.
I won't have a live cam, I don't think, but I'll be wearing one.
Jacket? If you're not gonna have a camera and you're just gonna sit there in the jacket by yourself in your room,
but I'm upping production.
Are you going to wear pants?
Yes. Okay. I will wear jeans. You have to wear jeans. T-shirt, sports jacket, jeans.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can be behind a desk and then have no pants on. Nobody can tell.
That's like newsroom. We're esports. Okay. Jenrai, you have your sports jacket? I need to know.
My sports jacket is ready. I am ready to go.
All right, because he was on the fence. He bought one like yesterday. So we have that. What else we have? People talk about like imbalances and exploiters and all this crap. Well, we've taken that into account. So, some of you in chat may be familiar with the Rain add-on.
Yeah.
For LGV racing. That's a ruse. So the actual purpose for Rain is we took a heat map from PvP from Kabuska and where he kills people, and then Rain just automatically adds arrows pointing to where he shoots, and that's just going to be in all the maps. And recons won't be a problem.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, that's one way to deal with them.
What?
But really, we're gonna have like online websites. We have the tournament website. Right? Is that up?
I think so. Brownon.com/brawl.
Yeah, the site's live.
All right, website is up, so that's cool. We have our own custom brackets. We're gonna have updated text scrolling on the bottom for to keep track of all the teams and how they're doing, because there's gonna be a lot of matches. And it's going to be a lot of time to cover it, so we're going to have that all accessible to the viewers. I'm doing right now map shots and map pannings to have sort of map overview, so people not familiar with Firefall can, before a match, see the map, see Shantytown. Where are people going to be fighting? Here are the power-ups. Here's double, right? Here's ammo. Here's a strong position. Here's an overview on it, so people just don't get lost. And then team cards like Vex had, gonna put that up there. We're gonna have a lot of teams, so please, if you sign up, go to the Brawl website, put in as much information as possible, otherwise your team card will look bad. So just fill out all of the forms, please.
So again, sign-ups start on March 22nd. So we're announcing today, sign-ups on March 22nd. The first actual tournament date is April 13th.
Correct.
Yes.
So that's how that flow works. 2 weeks sign-up starts, 3 weeks after that, we'll actually do the tournament.
It's happening.
It sounds like a long time, but it's really not.
It's
So,
not a long time.
So be sure to get that out there. But we'll keep reminding people and keep the interest going. Is there anything else you guys would like to say to the community or about Brawlerdom.com or the Brawl?
Well, there's one thing I'd like to give a shout. I'd like to give a shout out to Raijin because I know he does a lot of behind the scenes work for them for the Brawl.
No, Raijin.
So
It's under the bus.
wow.
The Bronzodon staff, period, they do a fantastic job. Raijin in particular, it seems to be like always around for the tournaments, and he does all the back end stuff. He's the one who updates the Google Docs with the match IDs and the scores and what happened, so I actually know what to talk about. I know how to jump into the replay immediately. There's a lot of stuff that goes on the back end that we have a lot of good people, and I don't want to name names because I'll forget people, but they make it happen, and it's really seamless.
Awesome. Well, Raijin, thank you. Anything else?
I want to say that I love everyone, and this community is awesome, and let's kick butt for Brawl 3.
Punk is drunk. That's
Punk
good to know.
is probably drunk.
Playing the drinking game, okay?
I love you all.
You did this.
You dropped an announcement, Dave. What do you expect? Everyone's drunk at this
No,
point.
that's true.
Yeah.
And drinking in a whole bottle is gone. Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys being on. We'll continue to talk about Brawl and Brawl over the course. We still got 5 weeks to go. Please let us know if you need anything. We'd love to support. If you guys are creating your own fan sites out there and you want support, please let us know. We're happy to help you guys out. And thank you guys for creating one of the best fan sites we have right now and one of the first. So we really appreciate the support.
That's all on Punk.
And then we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll take questions from you guys. Be sure to connect to live.red5studios.com via TeamSpeak. I think we have a thing up on the bottom of the screen. We can put that up there. But when we come back, we'll be taking live questions from you. So be right back. Welcome back to Firefall Live. Again, the big announcement for today was all about Brawl and Brawl 3. We really appreciate those guys from stopping by. Punk, Jenrai, Nero, Raijin, everybody involved with brawlerdom.com. Thank you very much. But now I think we're going to take some viewer questions, so you can connect to live.red5studios.com via TeamSpeak, and we can hear you live. So
Sure.
Who do we got first?
I'm gonna pick Raijin first.
Oh, cool.
Raijin.
Yeah.
You with us, Raijin?
Raijin, you got us?
Well, I'm here, but I was only just kind of hanging around here. I don't have a whole bunch of questions or nothing.
I made a call, man.
Can you
You
guys,
have a
can you
question.
guys up a link for that the announcement video so that everybody can watch that again?
I think
Sunday video.
Punk has that for uploading to YouTube. So
All right.
we
I
will
want to make
definitely
sure that got out there.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So Punk has that for YouTube. I think we can play it again at the end of the show as well, just so you guys can see it again, and then we'll make sure to pump that out there.
Sorry, I'm a little sick, so they're saying my voice is messed up, but it's all right.
No, you're good, man.
You're good.
You're good.
I can hear you.
Brownadon.com/brawl. Punk saying it's live, so
Perfect. Go check it out.
should be good.
All
My
right.
vocal cords are still
Sorry, I
killing
wasn't
me.
prepared. I didn't know what was going to get dropped in here.
Yeah, well,
I'm booting you out, right?
that's how it happens. Let's go.
Thanks.
Who's next?
Hold on. Let's get this out of here. I think the monkey's next.
The monkey.
The monkey.
This is Barry.
Barry?
Hi, Barry.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it
Barry.
going?
Oh my god, I'm actually talking to you. Sorry. I'm just you guys are so awesome. I really love you guys. I wanted to know if there will be more seasonal events in the future, and how they will be handled, and will there be snowball cannons?
Oh, okay. So you mean like in-game events?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So we have a whole plan. It was funny. We sent out an email to the entire company about what holiday should we support. I think we got back every known holiday in the world, like everything down to like in Papua New Guinea they celebrate this creature on this month, and it's like what? Why are we? So we broke that down into some of the big ones, and then we want to create some of the ones that might fit into the lore better about what is. What's happening on Earth at this time in 200 years, what exactly are we going to be celebrating? The world's much more of a melting pot because people have kind of come together. So what would their celebrations really look like? But definitely we want to have in-game events for that and make them more fun. Obviously when we're in beta, we're limited to how much content we can actually get out there quickly because we're working on the whole game, not just the event. So that's why we added just quick things that we could put in, Santa hats and stuff like that. But we absolutely want to make much more events out of things and have the world change and have people doing different things and have different missions and have some really fun stuff going on. So we don't know exactly which holidays we'll be supporting, but definitely expect to see a handful throughout the year.
I think the snowball cannon would be tremendous.
Yes.
Me too. And we need a merch thumper, like the blue guy.
A merch thumper?
Yes, please.
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to imagine what he's doing to that ground.
It would be
you
like
know what the lines would be like, right? Instead of your dad.
Yeah, you guys might want to read up on the merch before you ask for that.
I agree with Rajan. What would that even look like?
Well, kind of like it changes colors when it gets too much damage and turns black, like the merch when it's not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really love your work, guys. You're amazing, and
thank you.
I'm so happy I
much.
could show you the TeamSpeak. That's so amazing. You use it now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just have to brag about it.
No worries. Thank you very much.
And Tony, next time you wear the merch shirt again.
Yeah, I try and switch out my shirts as much as I can, so I'm not constantly
Boo.
just wearing this Firefall shirt. I have probably like 11 pairs of this one shirt, so it looks like I'm wearing the same
Pairs?
clothes.
You have 11 pairs of that
11
shirt?
pairs.
So you have 22 of them.
My shirts come in twos.
Okay.
That's probably like a fat joke.
I
or
won't
something,
comment
but
that.
Whatever. yeah, exactly. I need to wear 2 shirts, one for each side of my body.
Well,
We're
thank
moving
you
on.
very much for that show.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving you out, Barry.
Bye.
Let's see. Next, we'll pick Vlad Playa, who's actually been in beta for quite a while.
Yeah.
Vlad Playa.
Vlad, what's up? Can
Vlad?
you hear us?
What's up, guys?
Hey, there you go. How's it going?
Hey, I got a question about the PvE world. The small events on the map, like Crush Thumper and Crush LGV, can you guys, do you think it would be a good idea to remove them from the world so it would be more fun to stumble upon them when you're exploring it, instead of just seeing it on the map and then going there and finding out that it's already half complete by somebody else? And then you're like, oh, man, I just wasted so much time getting there.
That's valid feedback. We've had that comment come up internally as well.
Yeah.
We do want to have directed gameplay, but you're right that some things feel good when you stumble upon them. We want to have a nice balance of you have to balance out between the player that doesn't have anything to do right? They're wandering the world and have no idea what's going on. And then the player that wants to do exploration. You know, and I think that there's definitely a balance that we can achieve there. And I think we've gone a little heavy-handed on the, hey, there are these events out there because they were brand new and people didn't know they existed. And so we made sure to really highlight them. But I think we'll tone that back a little bit as we get more and more events, that you'll see fewer of them on the map and you'll have to stumble across them more. We're adding a bunch of events this milestone.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how much we're going to push those. We'll probably push them a little heavy at the beginning. But that'll be toned back as people learn that this stuff exists, because we haven't fully fleshed out all of New Eden yet with events to make it feel like it's populated and has things going on. And once we've reached that saturation point where there's enough events, then we can really tone back how much we push you towards things.
All right,
I never thought
cool.
about that point.
And if you guys don't mind, I got another question really quick.
Sure.
When you're killing creatures in the world, you know, they drop a lot of ammo and health. And if you are a decent FPS player, you almost, like, you pretty much can't die because of that. And you know, there's items in the game that you can craft and deploy, like health and ammo. And at the moment, you really don't need them. You know, they're waste of resources that take time to deploy, and you have to wait for them. Do you think you're gonna push more focus on those items that they have to craft and deploy instead of just drops from monsters that's just really easy, make it really easy for you know, for players who are good at the game?
Yeah, that's another tough one, because if you're good, it's you have nothing, but if you're bad, then you're always in danger. So there's a balance point there too. I know we're removing resources from the creatures as loot, and they're going to drop like carapaces or you know, Arana legs and things like that instead of resources. I don't know if we're also removing health and ammo. We may.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I'll
about
have
that.
to
I haven't heard
ask
anything
about that, because I know we're changing the loot tables for those creatures. So we specifically dropped enough ammo that you would never run out if you're doing the right thing. So that if you're killing creatures and you're actually going and picking up those ammo packs, you will never run out of ammo. That's a guaranteed. We wanted to make sure that that's what's happening. The limited ammo is to prevent people from standing way, way back and just shooting stuff and never actually engaging with things. And so that's fine. But you're right about the health. That I think that's probably a little too much right now, in my personal opinion. Obviously, I don't speak for everyone when I say that.
Yeah, I kind of need those health packs.
Because you do have people like Tony who are running around dying all the time.
Like, oh no, it's 5 Arana. What am I going to do? I'm kidding. I can handle 5 Arana.
Not
Save
six.
your tweets.
Not 6.
Not 6. I mean, you're getting crazy.
Don't save your tweets. I want to read them.
But 5. 5 I can handle.
Okay.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for all the work you do. It's a great game, and you guys doing a good job. And thanks for taking questions from the community.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
very
that.
much.
Thank you for bringing them on.
Who else we got?
We'll take Entropy Rising. 1 second. And Entropy, you got us?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Oh, hold on. Hello?
Hello.
We got you.
Oh, there you are. Cool. Just, you mentioned that you only need to unlock frames to get those frames in the update. How does this work with garage slots and things like that?
I'm not allowed to talk about that right now.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Okay.
We have a plan. The plan is being approved. So I can't really talk about that too much right now, but we do have a way to address that problem. I'm hoping to have an answer next week. Well, I'm hoping to have an answer today, but obviously I'm giving them extra time because we'll figure that out. But before the patch comes out, you will know an answer to that question, guaranteed.
Okay. So what about the fancy dapper hats?
So all your cosmetics are permanent unlocks across all your characters, so those won't go away regardless if they're on a different
No,
character.
he wants to know when we're going to bring in.
Oh, when are we going to bring in dapper hats?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We have a mandate right now that is no more silly items.
Yes.
So until that mandate goes away, probably no dapper hats.
I was overridden on the last discussion.
Yeah.
Well, I was overridden before that, but yeah.
Okay, cool, guys.
Cool, man.
Thank you.
Let's grab DHAC.
I'm just glad I got those sweet stunner shades when I did.
Who do you got?
DHAC.
DHAC, how's it going?
D-Hack.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
What's going on?
I'm great. Loving the game, loving everything. The only question I have right now is, are you going to expand more on the PvE world, or are you going to wait to do an event so we can then push the melding back to do it that way, to activate the community of it?
Yeah, so I wouldn't expect the melding to move too much. They may shift things around just for play space, but I wouldn't expect a big pushback until we do a major event. And that probably won't come until we do an open beta. Again, like I said earlier, we haven't fully saturated the area that's available right now with the content that we want to put in there. So until that's done, it doesn't really make sense to push back into new terrain. It opens up more thumping area, but it doesn't really add more content overall. So we want to add more content to the world that exists right now. And then we want to do a massive worldwide event where everybody's working towards things in order to push back the melding, rather than just being like, oh, melding push back one day. We want it to have some real fun, some connotation that players are working together over the course of multiple weeks and really trying to make some cool stuff happen there.
Yeah, really in-depth stuff. Appreciate that. Well, that's my question. Thanks for everything, and I'm going to keep playing until I can't play no more.
Awesome. Thank you.
Man. Thank you. Do we want to hit party size question? He said he can't get on TeamSpeak. But
yeah, what's his question?
He asked about, are there going to be more than the 15 frames available now later on? Later,
yeah, absolutely. So the 15 that are available right now will come with the next patch, and they'll all be very unique. That's one of the things that I don't think people understand is like we're making them even more unique than they currently are. Like unique abilities, ultimates, passives, different weapons.
There are abilities that people haven't seen yet. A lot of abilities that people haven't seen yet that are going on these frames.
So there's pretty awesome stuff there with these frames. So those 15 will be coming out right now, and then we want to have a cycle where we're constantly releasing new battle frames.
Yep.
So what that cycle is will depend on how quickly we can get the pipeline figured out. Because there's artwork that needs to be done, visual effects, design, testing, balancing, etc. Once we figure out how long that pipeline takes, we'll determine how quickly we can get new frames out. But absolutely, we want to have many more frames to come.
Sweet.
And many more archetypes. Like we have multiple archetypes that we haven't talked about at all. And you're looking at me like I shouldn't have said that, but I can say that. I can say it. What are you going to do, James?
Damn.
Bring it on, Macaulay. Let's go.
No, they already know that. People already know that. So right now I'm going to bring on Rakusho. Rakusho, are you with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Sweet.
What can we do for you, man?
Hello there, guys. My name is, first off, it's Rakusho. Second, love the green and gold. Third, I love the, my question for today is, when the PvE, PvP patch comes out, what kind of customization can we see to the loadouts? Is it just going to be Tiger Claw gets the mobility, Firecat gets DPS, or are we going to be able to actually exchange certain abilities out to help get micro customization for each player?
Are you talking PvP or PvE?
PvP and PvE, both. Like just PvP in general, I guess.
Okay, well PvP is going to be locked down.
Right.
So PvP is you'll have a standard edition Tiger Claw, a standard edition Firecat, in order to make sure that they're completely the same. So when I see Tony's Firecat, it's the same as my Firecat, and they're all balanced against each other. So they'll all have tuned weapons and tuned abilities that match each other. So the Accord battle frame, the Accord Assault is just as viable as a Firecat, but they have different abilities and different unique situational abilities. So that's in PvP though. And you don't need to have a separate loadout for that. It's just automatic. If you have the Tiger Cat, you automatically have the, Firecat, Tiger Cat, Tiger Claw. If you automatically have the Tiger Claw, if you've unlocked it already, then you get that automatically in PvP as a loadout. In PvE though, there's a lot of customization coming with that. It's more along the lines of, I don't think we're doing different abilities right now. We'll probably add it more later, but it's more along the lines of how you're speccing out your character for what's powerful, what's not powerful, how fast does your character move, how slow does it move, how much damage can it take, and there's a lot of different variables, but dials. Mix those two words, variables and dials. A lot of different dials for you to tweak to make your character pretty awesome and really customize it in the open world. But in PvP, we wanted to go, that was one of the big things about this switch, is we had an issue where every time we made a change to PvP for balance changes, it affected PvE and vice versa. And it is important to split those two things so that PvP can be balanced completely separate. So if we get in there and we find that the Tiger Claw is just this badass OP battle frame that everybody wants to use, and it just dominates the field, that we can tweak that in PvP and not worry about tweaking that in the open world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I still don't
hope
think
that
I'll
answers
have
your
a chance
question.
in PvP.
No, that is a lot, to be honest. I was actually worried that there was going to be, like, the same power loadouts that we see now.
No. So you won't be able to use any crafted equipment in PvP. So you'll have your standard gear. Everybody will be pretty even in there. And so it'll really come down to what battle frames do you want to use rather than what loadout of battle frame do you want to use.
Right.
Oh, all right. Thanks, guys. By the way, go Pack, go.
Yeah.
All right, now you're out.
Now you're out.
I love it. Yeah.
Bring him back. Cheesehead's out.
No,
Bring him
he's
back.
out.
Come on.
Thanks, man.
Just for that, I'm going to bring in Moist.
Oh, my God.
Moist
Hey,
is with us.
Moist. How often can I say moist?
As many times you want.
Moist.
So, okay, let me get this straight. You know I hate that word. So you're like, yeah.
How do you know? They could have been using this name for years.
No one in their right mind would just say moist. I love that.
Moist.
Okay, let's stop
T2
talking
likes
about
it.
Oh, it's so gross.
T2 likes it.
Anyways,
It's a Dr. Whirl reference.
Oh, it has nothing to do with you, Tony. You are not the center of this universe.
What?
What can we do for you, Moist?
I looked on the Brontodon or the Brawl website, and I saw that it says you have to be 18 or older. Is that just to win the prize and get shipped out to Red 5 or to enter?
Shipped out. That'd be awesome to pack you up in a little box and ship you out. That's what I'm picturing in my head.
Fly you across the country.
You can be 16, but we just need to have your parents' signature. And yeah, that is
All
for
right,
the
well,
prizes.
I'm 14, so.
I'm sorry, man. That's not something we can do.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's fine.
But feel free to compete and then own up everybody and then be like, I'm 14, I couldn't even go out, and I still kicked their ass.
That's right. Show them up.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Anybody else?
Yeah, we still got.
See, now I feel bad for
Yeah, that
making
was
about
a sad
Moist's
thing.
name.
I'm,
I know,
I'm
it was
sorry.
really sad.
I'm sorry that lawyers won't let us do that.
Lawyers. Who needs a lot of people?
Alpha
I
Mega's
need a
back.
lawyer, probably.
What's that?
Alpha Mega's back with us.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Alpha Mega.
Alpha Mega, what's up?
Greetings. Did you miss me?
Oh, yes, we did. It's been a week.
Call it every week. Like,
We should.
I love Alpha Mega. Say something cool in your movie voice.
Oh God, I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
You know, it'd be really funny.
What day's the patch coming out? The big one.
March 22nd.
Coming soon to Firefall, March 22nd. Your bodies are ready.
Yes, he is.
He's so
Awesome.
good at that. He's so
Anyways,
good.
what can we do for you, Alpha?
All right, bud. So, reading how people can specialize when they craft, does that mean too down the road we could have people that will specialize just in say servos, and people specialize in weapons, and they can trade between each other?
Yep, that's the goal. Yeah. Obviously, we need to add trading before that can happen. But yeah. The idea is that it will take you a very long time to unlock everything in Crafting Tree. So the idea is but you can. It just will take you a very long time. But so the idea is that you specialize into one or the other, and then you trade between each other. And as your army might have people that specialize in each specific thing, so you can get a gear and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we really want to create an economy out of the trading and out of the crafting.
Nice.
I love it. You should just join up as a different name every time, so you just randomly get picked. And we got Billy Bob, and just does the movie voice.
Hopefully, you can think of a better name than Billy Bob.
Well,
no.
I mean,
so one quick other question, just regarding red beans, because we're changing how the tiers work for the suits. Does that mean paints and stuff? Do we get refunded, or how would that work exactly?
So we just did a check, and I know I'm going to say this, and everybody's going to go do it because it'll just piss me off. So your battle frame paints, your war paints will remain for the battle frames that you already have unlocked. So your patterns are a permanent unlock, so those exist throughout all your characters, so there's no issue there. You can only have a war paint on something that's already in your garage, and that won't go away. The only people that are at issue here are the people that have 2 premium They have premium war paints where they paid red beans for them, and 2 loadouts in their garage of the same battle frame using different war paints. And it's only like 20 people because we did a check. So we were going to deal with those people separately. So as long as you don't have that, you shouldn't lose anything because most people only have 1 battle frame of each type. They don't have 2 assaults or 2 Firecats, and then with different war paints. They have unique battle frame with unique war paint, and that's perfectly fine. That'll merge over whenever we change.
Awesome.
So please, you guys don't go out there and start buying premium war paints and then making multiple battle frames just so you can cause problems, because all you're doing is making it hard for support, because they're going to have to contact everybody. And
those are really nice guys.
And they're really nice guys.
They're really nice guys.
You won't get anything out of it. All you're just making more work for people. So please don't do that.
Right.
This is like a PSA.
I know. I'm begging people not to do that because it's just
when
work.
you buy this, people cry, and then like the guy the tear.
Will it be ripcord?
It's like a single tear. Yeah, ripcord. Just right into the beard.
Okay. Anything else?
You do. Great job.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. We still have one more.
Uno más.
In the queue.
Spanish.
Yeah, that's right. And we have Broken.
Broken.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
What can we do for you?
Well, knowing that I'm one of the 20 people, but I'll just move on to my question that I had before coming here. It's regarding battle frame garage slots. Are we going to have one for every class available, or are we still going to have to pay for them later?
And that's, as I said earlier, that's something I can't talk about right now. We have a plan for the garage slots and what we're doing with everything, but that plan needs to be approved because of the fact they cost red beans. So we need to, go through accounting and talk to everybody and make sure we're not screwing anything up and everything's going to work out. So before I can talk about that, I have to get approval on that one.
Yeah.
So I can't answer.
I can't answer. That's cool, and I'll have another one for you then.
Great.
Great. Are we going to be able to do only guild specific battlegrounds just for your friends to go like in arenas and stuff like that?
Well, so the challenge mode provides for that somewhat, but it doesn't provide like an always-on open server. That is something we talked about in the future to allow armies to rent out private servers that they can do whatever they want with and just leave them open. It's not something we're probably going to do before open beta, though, just because it's time that we don't have.
A lot of time.
But yeah, that's something we talked about and we want to do. So in the future.
Cool. That's good news for the people I play with right there.
Yeah. But otherwise, challenge mode works pretty well, especially the new one for doing different matches. We actually are setting up right now that you can do a challenge across any map at any team size less than the maximum. So you could do one-on-one Sunken Harbor if you wanted to, or you could do one-on-one Harvester. So you can go in there on like 3-on-5 and just practice or screw around. So that'll all be set up.
Cool.
All right.
Let's work with the community. I really appreciate that. You're making a bigger and better job than most developers these days.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Super Chris had a question. I think he might be new. He doesn't know what Firefall is. It's a MMO first-person shooter. Check it out at firefallthegame.com.
First and third-person shooter.
But anyways, I think that's enough for questions because we are now running out of time, and we always want to make sure that we have enough time for this next segment.
Do you even art, bro?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can never get enough of that graphic. We are here for another installment of Do You Even Art, Bro? Everyone's favorite fan art competition. If you have a submission, submit it to community@red5. I think I forgot to do that last time. community@red5studios.com. Yep. Send in your fan art, even if you don't think it's good. Every art is beautiful to me. I'm like everyone's mom. I love all of your fan art. I just don't put it on my fridge. Okay, so our first fan art this week that we have is from.
We're waiting for it to pop
Our
up.
first fan art that we have from this week is from.
There we go. Oh,
Hey!
hey.
So this is fantastic. Now
we're not laughing at the art.
We're not laughing at the art.
No.
We're laughing at the guys behind the scenes like, oh no, this mouse isn't working. Okay, this is actually from Brojo Jojon. He was our last month's winner. So this does not count as a submission because you can only be a monthly winner once.
But we want to show it because it's awesome.
Yeah, we really liked it. He's going to be working on art. He sent me an email saying, is it cool if I still submit art just because I love doing art? I'm like, of course, you're fantastic. So
I want to call bullshit on this one, though.
Whoa.
Where did you find 612 regolith? Seriously. Like,
liar. Fantasy.
There's no
you
way.
live on a throne of lies.
I really liked it. I love the skin of the battle frame. It looks cool. Like the Bonadon.
That's entitled Scanner Chan, right?
Yes, Scanner Chan. So Brojo
Yeah, it's very
Jojon,
nice.
thank you again for submitting. Your poster is on its way, and yeah, this is really cool.
From last month, for those of you.
From last month,
Yeah.
from last month. So now on to some actual submissions. This first one is from Funi. This is a CD design.
I like this.
It's pretty cool. It's called Yin Yang, of course.
Is it yin yang?
Yin Yang.
Yin
What did I
Yang.
say?
Yin yang.
Yin Yang. Yin Yang.
No, it's Yin Yang.
Yin Yang. Yeah. What? Yin
No,
Yang.
I'm just making
It's what
sure you're saying it right.
I'm just terrible at other languages.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at Spanish, and I'm Mexican. I don't, what are you gonna do? My family hates me. This is Yin Yang from Funi. I really like this. If we ever put the Firefall music on a CD or anything like that. Everyone has a dark side. This is where we need Alpha Mega.
Yeah. Everyone. Yeah, I can't do it.
Everyone has a dark side.
There you go.
I'm trying. Alpha
There you
Mega's
go.
teaching me.
He's teaching
Yeah.
you.
All right. So for our next one, we have got. Now this is cool. It's kind of
Monopoly
big,
game.
but this is the Monopoly game. This is from Lemos Nalo.
Alanis Nalo.
Alamis Nalo. I just can't pronounce things. Alamis Nalo. This is the Monopoly board game. This is really cool.
The cool thing about this is our Ireland office already adopted the game.
Yeah.
They printed it out.
and put it up.
So Shinder and the rest of them over there, they're playing Firefall Monopoly.
Yeah, they're playing Firefall. I mean, it's playable. It works. This is a really cool, creative idea, and it took a lot of time. I definitely like this. The Monopoly board game, Firefall Edition.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So that was Alamis Nalo. And next up, we have got Poison Trail.
Wow.
This is from Marmutrekasasa. Marmutrekasasa.
This is like a phonics class
my
right
God.
now.
Oh my God. I have to look up his name now so I can see what the hell you're trying to pronounce.
Marmutreksasa. Marmutreksasa, right?
Who can
Yeah.
talk?
Yeah. Or Marmut Raksasa.
Marmut There's no D?
No, Marmut
Marmut?
Raksasa.
Oh, Marmut Raksasa. That might be what it is. Marmut Raksasa.
Oh my God.
Anyway, this is called the Poison Trail. I
Very
really
nice.
like this.
Very awesome.
I love the stash action.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Then the gleam, like.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, actually, the stash action kind of reminds me of the groomer a little bit.
Very cool.
So now it is time for us to vote. If this is your first time watching, we vote on the first submission, and then that moves on to now they're a weekly winner. And then at the end of the month, we have 4 weekly winners, and they become the month winner. We put that on the forums, and the community votes on it to become the month winner, and the monthly winner gets a signed poster from the art department of Firefall. So, my vote, I really like this one, but I just think that the creativity and time that went into the Monopoly game, that has my vote. Monopoly board game. I really like this because it's playable and we printed it. So, Frank?
I'm gonna have to be consistent with my pick last week and say Monopoly too because it's functional. No, I really like the creativity behind.
Pick last
I don't know what that means.
I picked Alan Dars because it was functional.
Oh.
Oh,
works.
functional. Functionality.
But anyway, no, yeah, I love the other two. Like they're really good, but I'm gonna have to go with the Monopoly on this
Well, I
one.
don't even have to vote then.
No, you do. I mean, you're the
You have to
community
vote.
manager.
Does my vote count for 3?
You even said that you could override us at any point.
You can override us at any point you want. So if you completely disagree with this, you can just
See
say,
that, guys? Create things for me because I'm the only one that matters.
"This is ridiculous." No, that's
Even though
not
Tony's
fair.
all your mothers or whatever. I don't know who the father is, but
Yeah, look, I'm the one that controls email, so
Because I really like the poison trail one.
I like the poison trail
I
too.
really love the poison trail. But I'm not going to overrule you guys.
I'm
but
on the
I love
fence.
the poison trail one. So
I could go either way.
Poison trail ones.
are
Are you backing up?
Well,
Have
see,
some
here's the
conviction.
thing. I feel bad. I feel bad because I love the
what are you,
poison trail.
Florida?
Wow. Wow. Are we what is it, 2000 and 2000? Was it 2000?
What's 2000 and
I was
whatever.
I was 14. 13. I was 13 years old in 2000.
Jesus.
Holy cow. I don't remember that.
What?
I'm young. I don't
You
know
got the
about
joke though. You remember it.
I don't know about you old guys.
Anyways,
Come on.
I can't look at him anymore. So
Okay, so Monopoly, Alamus Nalo, you are our weekly winner. Congratulations. Thank you for taking your time and making that Monopoly board game. We really liked it.
you know what? I said happy birthday in Polish,
That's right.
and you can't even pronounce people's names.
Dude, I'm
Can you say
terrible
happy
at
birthday in
this.
Polish now?
Not anymore. I practiced for a week, and then I said it once, and it's out of my head. But I practice. That's what we're trying to stop. Practice.
Well, okay, I see it on my computer screen and I can say it there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that name is. But I get here and I'm like, Alamus now.
Okay, next rehearsal, I'm making you say it 100 times.
It's like I
Everyone's
took a shot
name 100
in my
times.
tongue and like, I'm like, my mouth is
Anyways,
down.
that's it for.
Yeah, that's it for the fan art. So if you guys, if you have any fan art, please submit it to community@red5studios.com. And like you see here, this Poison Trail was really cool art, but we pick functionality. It could be anything. So submit your art. It can be absolutely anything. Community@red5studios.com. And after this show on Facebook, we'll be having a post. What are you doing? I talk with my hands. I can't help it.
So you pointed at me and then pointed at the ground.
We'll be having a post on Facebook. We're starting to do this new thing. Damn it. I'm just going to talk like this. We're starting to, thank you. We're starting to do this new thing on Facebook where we submit all of a lot of behind the scenes footage of Firefall and Red 5 on only Twitter and Facebook. So if you're not fans of that, facebook.com/Firefall, and Twitter is @Red5Studios. Check it out. Today we'll be putting a post. Submit your questions, and we'll take a video and submit it on Monday or next week. We'll answer your questions via video on Facebook. Moving on.
Oh, by the way, we're doing questions on Facebook.
I missed all that.
Yeah, he talked for a long time. I kind of tuned him out after a while. But anyways, that's going to do it all for Firefall Live for this week. Be sure to join us next week, 10 a.m. Fridays. We will be happy to have you. And that's going to be it. Enjoy it. We're going to play the Bronodon trailer thing again. And then you guys can check that out. Have a great evening.
Welcome to the third ever Bronodon Brawl. Brought to you by Bronodon.com and sponsored by Red 5 Studios. This monster 2-weekend event is back for a third round of Brontastic rock-slinging PvP action. Sign-ups begin March 22nd. Players will be seeded into double elimination brackets where 16 teams will compete in 5v5 team deathmatch tournaments. The winning team will be flown to Red 5 Studios, sunny Orange County. Third and fourth place winners take away $125 in red beans. Second place winners take away $250 in red beans. And first place will take away $500 in red beans.
So many beans you'll have gas for weeks.
All finalists will also receive a Red 5 Super Swag Pack featuring your very own Bronodon plushie. So soft and deadly. And yes, kid seats start at just 10 wrist high.
April 13th and 20th.
Let the battles begin.